Hey everybody, welcome back to the Search Loves podcast. And today I have with me a very special guest, someone who's become somewhat of a local celebrity here in Dallas. But I have Miss Abby Hagan.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So if you don't know, Abby is the founder of what is called the Datey Trail over here in Dallas, Texas. So Abby, before we get into it, can you just give a quick introduction about who you are, where you're from, and everything like that?
Yeah, so I'm Abby, and I'm 28. I'm from Austin, and I started Datey a few weeks ago, and it's kind of just blown up from there, but yeah.
It has gone up, everywhere. I was telling you, I saw your original video about your idea for the Datey Trail, about how it would be cool if people in Dallas can meet at the Kitty Trail over in Knox Henderson, and, people congregate there all the time. So having the idea of people being able to mark who's single, who's available, who's looking to make connections, and I literally thought it was genius. So maybe about a week after your first video, I'd seen that you had posted that it was actually happening. And since then, you have been recognized in the streets of Knox Henderson. You have been, there's an article written about you in Dallas Observer. You've been partnered with multiple brands, multiple companies. Like, did you think it would ever blow up even meeting this quickly at all?
No. I mean, I posted the idea because I had the thought, really thinking it wouldn't reach that many people. And then when it did, I thought, okay, there's something here, but even still, you don't really know. It's the internet, so you don't know how many people will physically take the time and show up.
Yeah.
And so when I had sponsors for the first event, before the event had even happened, I thought, okay, people really believe in this. And then at the first event, we were out of 300 wristbands within 20 minutes.
Crazy.
And it was so crazy. That's where we met.
Yeah.
And it was just really exciting to see the people of Dallas, one, respond to the idea, but two, have that common connection of wanting to meet and just talk face to face and just be together instead of through a phone.
Yeah, exactly. One thing with me is I absolutely love technology. Like I said, especially part of my career, like it's literally ingrained in my career. But having the chance to actually meet person, because I've actually never downloaded a dating app ever.
Okay.
I've actually,
that's kind of a good fun fact.
It is. I've actually refused to go on dating apps. Nothing against them, but I prefer meeting organically.
Yeah.
So, and I thought your idea was also not only smart, but fun as well, because you see a lot of single meetup events, but honestly a lot of them are kind of corny, kind of cheesy.
Yeah.
But I thought your idea was super cool. So I had a great time.
Good.
I know the first event you said you had about 900 people show up.
About 900, yeah, and that was crazy. And it was cool to see too, because almost 900 people came, but then for the happy hour afterwards, there was over 600 people there. So it was nice to see that people still wanted to stay, which I think is great.
I agree.
And then the second one was even bigger, which was exciting.
Oh my gosh. And then for the first one, I know the happy hour started at 8 o'clock, and then your signature Datey Trail cocktail was sold out by 7:45, 7:30 before it even started. Absolutely crazy.
Yeah, which is so funny because the GM had asked me, how many people do you think will come? Because I had really just gone in to give the heads up of, hey, I told people on social media to come here on this date, just so you know. And he was like, how many people? And I said, maybe 100, maybe. Yeah. And then, oh my gosh, it was way bigger than that, obviously.
And then this past one that was on last Saturday had 1,700 something people?
Yeah, it was.
So it almost doubled.
It was crazy. It was spilling out onto the trail, and there was so many. I talked to the GM afterwards, and she said there were over 800 tabs open.
Oh my God. Oh, wow.
And they sold out of that Datey margarita really quickly, and it was crazy, but so exciting.
It's insane. And then I know you have one coming next week at the Hall Arts Hotel. So how did that take place? I heard that they reached out to you.
Yeah, so Hall Arts Hotel, it's a hotel here in the Arts District, and it's a property that they had they want to get up off the ground, really. It's been around for a while, but a lot of people don't know it's kind of this hidden gem in Dallas. So they had reached out to me about wanting to host us on their rooftop or doing some sort of event. And so I met with their manager or their marketing events manager, and we planned this kind of Datey off the trail event that'll take place on the rooftop. It's our first ticketed event. And I didn't really know how people would take that because the goal for Datey is to keep it completely free. I don't want to be ticketing people, but if there's a situation like this, I think it's fine.
Right.
And I wasn't sure, but we thought, okay, max 120 people on the roof. And then last night when I checked the waiting list, it was almost 450 people on the list. So I texted her and I was like, is there any way we can literally pack people in. She's like, okay, we can do 150.
Okay.
So we opened it up a little bit more, but it just shows how much of a need there is for people to socialize and meet other singles too.
It's crazy. I know Dallas was voted like one of the worst cities to date in a couple years. I mean, I think it was like the last year before last year I'm talking about.
Yeah.
It was a list and it was like saying how bad dating in Dallas is. So
well, it's funny because I moved here from San Francisco and I thought, oh, Dallas dating is going to be so much better than San Francisco. And it was at first, but then, it burns once you're no longer like the new kid on the block on Hinge. They're like, okay.
There we go. That makes sense. Gotcha,
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. So for those of you that don't know, I actually reached out to Abby about building her a website because when I saw her idea, I immediately thought the Datey Trail is going to be popular all over, not just Dallas, but you've had people reach out from Austin and Houston and Fort Worth that wanted to do something similar. So I was like, I texted my boss, Zach, at like midnight. I'd be like, Zach, go buy the dateytrail.com right now. Go buy it. Just do it, and I'll tell you why later.
Yeah.
Because I knew you were going to need a website. You were going to need some type of marketing presence because you were having to make multiple videos on TikTok and Instagram and have been going back and forth and respond to comments. I'm like, she's going to need a place that people can just go and have all the information consolidated on one place. So this is like an unofficial announcement of the Search House podcast with Datey.
Yeah.
We do have a website that's coming in pretty soon. Have you seen the design I made so far? What do you think about it?
I mean, well, first things first, it's so sweet that you even reached out in the first place because you had reached out before even buying the domain, being like, hey, I really think you need to do this.
Yeah.
And I think I kind of brushed you off and was like,
a little bit, but it's all good.
Well, because I really just didn't think that it needed something. And I think that's what's so cool about this experience is that people have believed in it. People saw something in it before I think I even really did of how like the magnitude it could get to.
Exactly.
And so then when I saw you at Datey and you gave me your card, you're like, okay, I bought the domain. Like, let's do this. And I was like, okay.
Yep.
And so we had our meeting. You showed me the website. It's absolutely beautiful. And I think the goal is to launch around Labor Day weekend is kind of the goal. But I think the idea is that, it'll be a one-stop shop for all things Datey with a calendar of you can see everything. But then I'd also talk to you about, I think it'd be cool because my Instagram really started with food and Dallas and recipes and things like that. So I want to still implement that on the website.
100%.
So we had talked about implementing like a Datey date night section where it's Datey approved restaurants in Dallas or other cities that we launch in eventually of, okay, if you need a place to take someone to breakfast, lunch, dinner, activities, where would I like to go and where do I love the service, the staff, everything, and have that section too.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I think this is going to be one of the most fun websites I've ever built.
Okay.
Partly because it's like something I'm actually participating as in.
Yeah.
Like I built websites for, attorneys and doctors and, orthodontists. But having something that I'm actually building that I'm actually a part of makes the experience so much better.
Yeah.
One of the things I'm working on right now, I told you, is the whole like check-in system. Because like I said, I think you need a way to kind of gauge how many people are coming and not being blindsided right now. So like I said, I told you I'm working on the QR code system.
Brilliant.
Which would be pretty cool. I'm working on the app right now. People, your friends, you'll be able to scan the QR code, check them in, get a live count, how many people have showed up. So it'll be a full stack web app that can be super modern, help you give all the data analytics that way for future events, you kind of expect how many people are coming.
Yeah. I mean, you guys were sitting here with Steve Jobs. It was so, it's so impressive because you text me all the time with such amazing ideas. I'm like, okay, I think we should do this. And I very rarely, I'm like, no. I mean, you have such a great perspective. And it's really refreshing because like you said, you're not only participating in the events, but you're also a guy, which I really like having your perspective for that as well. Because even before we started recording, I was like, okay, how did it go?
Exactly.
What do you think?
Yep.
And I think that's nice that you're a participant, but then you have the back end side of it of what you would utilize as a guy as
exactly. Because I know your first event, like the ratio was like way off.
Yes.
And way more women than it did men. From my perspective, obviously no problem with that on my end.
Of course.
On y'all's end, y'all wanted to be a little more even. So at least the second one, it seemed like it was split a little bit better.
I would almost say like kind of close to 50-50. It was, I don't know how it happened. I really think it seemed like a lot of guys started following my food Instagram.
Gotcha.
And it seems like almost girls are more on TikTok, guys are maybe more on Instagram. And once I started posting it more on Instagram is when it really got to a lot of guys that came across their desk.
Yeah.
And then they tell their friends and everything like that. So we got really lucky this last time. And I mean, there were a few guys that came up to me. They're like, hey, I actually preferred the ratio the first time.
Yeah.
There's too many guys here. I'm like, yeah, but you have to think about us.
It has to be 50-50.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. So speaking of Instagram, you have absolutely blown up. Like, I mean, your TikToks have gotten hundreds of thousands of views. I mean, you got followed by Dallas Heights 101, one of the biggest Dallas marketing companies in the area. How are you managing like your social media presence now? Because I know your DMs are flooded all the time. People reaching out to you.
Yeah, I mean, it's such a blessing, and it's something that, I don't know. It's just something I didn't really expect, but I try my hardest to respond to everybody. And even if brands reach out and I don't really see it being a fit, I still try to respond and be like, thank you so much, but not at this time.
That makes sense.
One of my best friends, her name is Bailey. She owns a social media agency, and so I've gotten her perspective on a lot of things of, okay, what do you think about this? What do you think about this? And because the reality is I work a full 9-to-5 job.
Yeah.
I'm so busy with that, and then this has become a true full-time side hustle, honestly. It feels like. And so, I mean, we're here so early in the morning because you guys were accommodating my work schedule. So I'm having to get some help in terms of, like, you've been so helpful with the website. My friend Bailey, I called her yesterday and was like, you have to do this. I can't go through the Hall Arts submissions and pick who's going to come. Like, you have to do it.
Gotcha.
And so she's been really kind of helpful in the back end too.
That's good that you have all these partnerships and sponsorships. People have reached out to you. I know, like I said, Berkeley's was able to come at you. Hall Arts, like I said, they let you use their brand. The start time is building your free website.
Yeah.
Your friend is doing our social marketing agency. So how is this like the feeling of you see that this mean people like want to be part of something that you built?
Yeah, I mean, it's such a special feeling, and it's so special to meet people. I mean, we likely probably wouldn't have ever met if this hadn't have happened. And so making these connections in Dallas is really what Datey is all about, whether it's a romantic connection, a new business connection, a new friend connection. It's just about meeting people. And that has brought so much into my life just from having this one small idea when I was walking the trail on a Saturday morning by myself.
Yeah,
so
it's crazy.
It's been so exciting, but it's nice to have people around that are smarter than me in a lot of areas, that know this industry better than I do, because I'm just learning as I go.
Yeah.
So when people email me and they're like, okay, can you put me in touch with your team? I'm like, it's
just
me.
It's just you. Oh,
it's just me. So
it's crazy. I actually thought you worked in like marketing or event planning because the first event was so successful.
Yeah.
I was like, you have to have some type of experience in this background, planning events, doing marketing, something like that. Because I mean, having a turnout of that big on your first 2 events is absolutely wild.
Yeah.
And now you're having people, reach out to you saying, "Oh, I met a new friend. We're going on a date this weekend. I made it, blah 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 blah." So I think is having that social proof as well is going to help you just blow up as well, because people are seeing, oh, this actually does work. Even me myself, I have a girl that I met who also works in IT, which is pretty cool. So I mean, just to have that feeling that it actually works is pretty cool as well.
Yeah.
And this shows the need that people want to meet people in real life.
100%. I mean, I had a date last week. I have a date tomorrow, and it's nice to, because I deleted the apps a few months ago, being like, okay, this is it. I cannot do this anymore. And it's really nice to meet someone face to face and talk and see if you like each other first there, and then kind of go from there, how it used to be.
Yeah.
So it's nice to kind of turn back.
So what about any plans for expansion? I know you've kind of hinted at maybe doing one in Austin, maybe one in Fort Worth, a couple areas. What's that look like?
So the goal is definitely in Austin, hopefully in August or September. That would be the goal. Fort Worth would be a lot easier since it's just kind of our neighbor.
Yeah, down the street.
I talked to somebody yesterday that has some connections in Fort Worth, so I think that would be really exciting. I get so many messages all the time of like, bring it to Fort Worth. So that's a very seamless thing. But again, I don't want to lose that special feeling that people get when they come to Datey. So I'm trying to be really intentional with, okay, if we launch it, I can't just not do it again.
Exactly.
So do I have the time to, okay, if it's this day, can I make sure I'm blocking out the next few months of these dates in Fort Worth or in Austin or something? Because I don't want to go have it be successful and then disappear for 6 months.
Makes sense.
So I kind of want to make sure I have the time to allocate and do it right. Because I feel like so far, it's just, at least from my perspective, I feel like when you're there, it's just so special. Like all these people being there, and there's such a feeling. And so someone had asked me recently, like, "Oh, well, you could do it and then have somebody else be there." And I was like, "No, this is my baby. I have to be there, and I have to be talking to the people that come and took the time out of their day, and thank them for coming, and like ask if they're having fun and what they would do differently." So yes, want to expand, but expand and do it right.
Do it right. That's good. And I think the fact that you want to be there shows how like dedicated you are.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously you have to have some delegation. Was you know, like I said, you can't build a website by yourself. You can't do social media by yourself. But the fact that you want to take the time and go, because whenever you're the ones that are actually passing on wristbands. You and your friends are passing wristbands. You're taking pictures of people.
Yeah.
You're reposting. You're posting on Instagram. You're following people back. So you're like the way you're engaging with the people that you want to be part of the event is awesome as well.
Yeah. I mean, it was really sweet. My friend Bailey, who does the social media stuff, she really took over that for this past event. Because I was like, I can't be on my phone thinking, am I going to capture this?
Right.
And a photographer came, which was great. But she sent me this audio and she was filming and a girl was like, I really want to go meet Abby and say hi. And oh my God, it was so sweet. And so I like that I'm kind of the face of it, that people feel like they know me because I'm posting about this, and that when I'm there, they're like, hey, Abby, what's up? And even if I don't know their name, I get to stop and talk. So it's been really special.
It's pretty cool. I must say, the Datey Trail as a name, as a super clever name, by the way.
Oh
the
my
Datey
gosh,
Trail.
I can take no credit. My friend Kendall came up with it.
Okay, see,
Yes,
gotcha. It's super clever, very easy for marketing. Whose idea was it for the red wristbands that we have on?
Okay, so yes.
Yeah.
Hey. So red wristbands. So when it kind of took off, I took to my friends. Again, it's nice to have people that are smarter than you and get it. And so I was like, I have this idea. I need a name. My friend Kendall was like, the Datey Trail. I'm like, yep, that's it. Perfect.
Yeah.
And then my friend Bailey was like, I think it'd be nice to signal to people that you're at the event. Like, what if it's just a red wristband? And like, brilliant. So simple, so easy. And so that's really where it came from. Because originally I thought like, oh, if you're gathering, go on your walk, see if you see anyone cute that you want to talk to.
Right.
But she's like, what if people don't know if they're there for the event or not?
Yeah.
So that was a brilliant idea.
Absolutely. I think having something like this as bright and kind of simple it is very, very, very smart. Because I know sometimes the people will be like, just wear black. We're all black if you're single.
Yeah.
And I think that can get kind of confusing. I think this is very much more signature, much more iconic, much more visible. So I think this branding is going to be huge as well, part of your brand. I think when people see red wristbands, they will think Datey Trail, they will think Abby. So yeah, I mean, absolutely love what you're doing, and I know the people of Dallas absolutely love it as well. So yeah, we're looking forward to your next events and just all what you have coming next.
I mean, I just can't wait. It's so fun, and thank you for your partnership too with the website.
Oh,
so
absolutely.
It's going to be the best.
Yeah. So yeah, look forward for this dateytrail.com coming soon. It's not up yet, but hopefully by the time you see this podcast, it'll be up and ready to go. But yeah, Abby, thank you for coming. It's been a blast, and I will see you at the Hall Hotel next week.
Yes, see you there.
All right.